Glasgow, where I was injected, paralyzed, beaten. A bad story.
Yes.
German Anonymous basically heard my story, basically sending pedophile people after me and everything. It got about as sick as you can get. I'm on Facebook, help, 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 help. German Anonymous, hear my story, fly me to visa. I've gone to Schweinfurt and gone through the whole process for 37 hours. He said, you're the first in the world to even be in this position. Go and try and get your life back. So I'm in Munich and I work for a large company called SAP. Now I knew that learning German was critical so I can get a German job and I'm in a German environment. They refused that and I ended up working for SAP for a British boss. And it got very ugly again, calling me a Scottish terrorist, blah 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 blah. Numerous death threats, knives to my throat, all my things, I mean it got that bad. I've had emails, so specifically from Denmark, since February last year, saying if your situation is real, send us the evidence. So I sent videos, emails, superior court judgment cases, everything. And what the Norwegian, not just you, the Norwegian, Swedish, Finnish, and Danish government said, the only way we can protect you is if you get to our border and then you go to one of the, so I did that. I risked everything and I came here. I was staying here for 1 week. I then went down to the central police station. I said, this is who I am, this is my situation, and one of the police officers took my passports and put it in a Ziploc bag. Unbeknownst to me, he wrote derogatory comments about me on the computer, which a police officer later read out to me. But I didn't know he had done that. I get taken to another building by a female and male police officer. I get asked to explain the whole thing. I'm telling you a tiny little part. I had my fingerprints taken and they said, you need to go to Sandholm. I said, okay. They start asking detailed questions about my finances. So then I have to make my way to Sandholm. I get there. Instantly, Red Cross is basically saying, why the hell did they send you here? I'm like, sorry, what are you talking about? They said, go to the police building right next door. So pretty aggressively, my hand was thrown in the fingerprint scanner. I was told to watch a video. And then they could all speak English, but I had to do it through a translator. I was signing documents, I didn't know what I signed, but they're like, you know what, you're safe now. So then go back to the Red Cross building. So a couple of the managers of the Red Cross said, you're British, the Danish government has lied to you, immigration has lied to you, you should never be here, get out of Denmark. I'm like, what? So I have obviously, my health is not great considering on what I've been through, right? Chip in my leg, poison, electric. So, and also when I'm under severe stress, I have problems breathing.
Yeah.
So I was sent to Helleroyd Hospital. I had an appointment at 6 p.m. on a Sunday, I think it was. I was made to wait 5 hours to the point one of the Syrian refugees said, please treat this gentleman. Danish people are saying, please treat this gentleman. So eventually I see one of the female doctors. I told her about the banking situation. Oh my God, that's terrible, I'll help you. I told her about the accidents and what was done. I got hit by a double-decker bus and left for dead. So she was about to give me morphine, temazepam, and there was another one. I said, I don't need all that. I started to mention the medical corruption that I'm also up against. She walked out, spoke to one of our colleagues, and I was escorted off the premises by security, even though I showed her my asylum card.
Yeah.
So I said, just understand the gravity of my situation. If this is an asylum card and it has that country on there. So I went to reception, I tried to get the doctor's name, no. I staggered out the hospital, virtually collapsed on the street. 2 Danish citizens flagged down a taxi, and I go back to Sandholm. The manager at Sandholm takes me into his office, and he's like, you listen to me, you made a mistake, you're British, you shouldn't have. And I got blasted. And then all of a sudden, and I'll be honest with you, they're like security guards, it's not Red Cross. They surrounded me, and I'm like, why are you surrounding me? I grabbed my things and I ran out the Sandholm. I got another taxi. The one hostel I'm staying in, which was A&O Hostel, a guy was actually in there. I had my phone stolen, my SAP laptop busted, my clothes stolen. He threatened to kill me, a guy I've never met before. I went to the police station, he refused to lug it. And this is the even the most incredible part. This is the immigration ministry, correct?
Mm-hmm. No, this is not the immigration ministry. That is where you are.
That's what she said.
No, this is the refugee appeals board.
No,
Okay, so I did say, is this the immigration ministry? And you said yes.
Yeah, but it's an office under the.
Okay.
We are.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what I would say is, you know the immigration where you get a ticket and you talk to someone, right?
Yes, that's the immigration service. That's
So, what I'm gonna do is, so you can clearly see my card, right?
yes. I could, I understood that you've been
No. There's one
registered as
thing
an
that's
asylum seeker.
right, but there's one thing that is incredible. Are you Danish?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
Danish.
So what I explained to her was, I've traveled halfway around the world to get to Denmark, right?
Yes,
I explained my whole situation about what was done to me.
yes.
Guess the nationality of the person they sent me to talk to.
A British person.
Yes, I mean So let's say you uncovered something that was super critical in the Danish government, and you started receiving death threats. You travel all the way to Canada for safety, and they ask you to speak to a Danish person. I mean, how dangerous is that? I mean, at that point, I'm like, enough. I've had enough. So I've had the Red Cross tell me to get out of Denmark. The police officer at Sandholm, who's the one who's supposed to be protecting me in that area, said verbatim, I never want to see your face again. Get out of Denmark. Then, do you still have that piece of paper with the police officer's code and stuff on it?
Oh, you didn't give it to me. I think you kept it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
So, my passports get to Sandholm within 48 hours. I asked for my passports back because it's too. If you're not going to report when someone's threatening to kill you, I got a problem.
Mm.
It took 10 days. I'm sent all the way up to Berkeley. So I'm sat in an office like this with one of the immigration police officers who's supposed to give me my passports back, right?
Yeah.
He's basically mocking me like, oh, you got a chip in your leg, you're being poisoned. Do you need some medical care from me? I'm like, so not only is he giving me my passports back, he's mocking the fact that I couldn't get medical treatment at Hilleroy. I mean, so now I've lost all my money, I've had all my stuff stolen, I've been told by the people who told me to come here to get out, I'm sent to a UK person. I mean, I don't understand how it could be any worse than that.
So.
And I want answers.
Yes, and that's why it's important to know where you are.
I'm leaving today.
Yes, but you have a number of complaints about the treatment
serious
in Denmark.
complaints.
The treatment of the case and the treatment you have received from the police and the immigration
Well,
service.
I'm now in more danger than I was when I got here.
This place is, as I told you from the beginning, this is the Refugee Appeals Board. We can only, and the board only treats decisions of refusals of asylum. That's the only thing this place can,
Yes,
the board can do. So, and if it is that have you had a decision on your asylum case?
No, because the whole point was I was given a date to talk about my asylum.
Yes, I understood
but
that.
one thing, the police said, don't go to that, 1,000% you'll be denied. Red Cross said, don't go to that interview, 1,000% you'll be denied. Hilleroy Hospital said, don't go to that interview, 1,000% you'll be denied.
Yeah.
The central, what am I supposed to do? And then the one person I am told to talk to is from the exact country I'm supposed to be.
Yes,
what would you do? What would you do?
Yeah, I would probably complain.
Right.
But I'm trying to understand that.
Well, I'm sending emails trying to find out, and no one's replying to me.
That should not happen.
I'm sending
also,
it to the Ministry
of
of Justice. I'm sending it to immigration. You know what actually happened? When I was in the immigration service, and to get my passports back, I have very little money.
Mm.
And now that I've had everything stolen, I have very, very little money.
Mm.
All I said to them was, can you give me a time scale of when I'm going to get my passports back? Do you know what they did? They got security and walked me out the building. I mean, really, I have committed no crime here. I've not spoken to anyone. I've kept my head down, and I have been treated like an animal.
So, let me ask you. I have heard you. I've heard you. What is it you want? I mean, what is you want?
Well, the thing is, on the email contacts you have in all these ministries, right? They're generic emails.
Yeah.
If they are not being replied to about the fact that I'm now even in more danger, I need contact people to find out, one, why I was even told to come here, to why I was threatened by the police and why did all this happen, it has been shocking. I mean, I'll never be able to come back to Denmark again, ever. I think I deserve an answer. But what I'm saying is...
Unfortunately, and we're not, that is what I'm trying to say.
But you can find out who I need to talk to.
What we can do is if you want to complain about the treatment you've had by the asylum authorities, the treatment you have had, not the decision, but the treatment, then you have to go to the ministry.
Yeah.
But we're not the ministry.
You can't give me an email from that ministry.
I can give you an address to the ministry, and I can give you an email address to the ministry.
Right. Can it be an actual person? I think I at least deserve that.
You can do the same thing in the ministry, which you are doing here.
Yes,
you can ask for a meeting.
I leave today.
Yes. All I can say is that you can ask for...
Can you call them and see if I can go there right now? Because my bus leaves at 1 o'clock.
I don't know what the opening times are, but you are able to go into the ministry and ask for personal...
Look, please listen, understand what I've been through. I think I deserve. Can you at least call them and say, if I go there, I don't want to walk all the way there if my ankle's broken and they say no.
Frankly, I don't know who to call because I've never heard a story like this before. So it's difficult to.
All I'm asking, this is not rocket science, is you call someone there, say, can he talk to someone? Even if it's not the right person, at least it's logged, and then if I leave, at least I have a contact.
All right, I'll try and call a person in the ministry, and see if you can have.
And I want a time scale. Considering what I've been through, it's the minimum I deserve.
Yes, but I cannot make any promises, and we're not the right authorities to go to.
Told me that.
Because also to be honest, if there is an asylum case regarding a British citizen, it will be normally regarded as manifestly ill-founded, and therefore the decision made by the immigration service is final.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, if you take Snowden in Russia, he shouldn't get it ever. What I'm saying is, even when I'm in Germany, even because of the Geneva Conventions, there are exceptions to every rule. The point anyway, we're going around in circles.
Yeah,
so if you can't help me, I'd like you to try and call someone so I can go there now, please.
All right. I'll do that. But you can go there anyhow. That is what I'm trying to say.
I understand what you're saying.
And you don't have a personal caseworker, because I don't believe there is a case.
Please, sir. After everything I've been through, I'm on a very limited time scale. Even if it's not my caseworker, I need to go there just to get it logged so I have a contact. I'm not sending my story to yet another generic email that I will not get a reply to. I'm asking you, please, can you at least call someone so I can at least please go and talk to someone for 5 to 10 minutes? That's all I'm asking.
All right.
Thank you.
I'll do that.
Thank you.
I'll be back.